Welcome to Hekate's Crossroad meditation. I invite you to find a comfy seat. Ground yourself in this moment by taking a few deep breaths. In and out. I want you to find yourself on a lonely country road. In your hands is a heavy backpack. It is very dark and the night sky is filled with stars. It's the night of the dark moon. You sigh and put on your backpack and begin walking down the road. The backpack is very heavy tonight and you have a long, long way to go. As you walk, you become aware of the night sounds. You can hear a hoarse creaking sound in the ditch beside the road. Soon you hear more croaking and creaking as the frogs fill the night with their chorus. Suddenly the frogs stop singing and silence envelops you as you walk wearily down the road. Your backpack feels even heavier than it did when you first put it on. The night is lonely and cold. The road is barely visible in front of you. If it wasn't for the starlit sky, you would be in total blackness. You feel a breeze overhead and look up to a huge barn owl passing over you, hunting for rabbits or mice that venture too close to the road. As you walk ahead, the trees growing on either side of the road seem to be reaching out towards each other, causing the road to become narrower and darker. The branches are snagging your backpack, clothes, and hair as you walk. You slap angrily at the branches and notice that the trees are willows. Your backpack seems to be getting heavier with each step you take. The road becomes narrower and narrower, and the trees closer and closer. In the distance, a dog begins to howl. As you continue to walk down the road, you hear the dog again, and it seems closer this time. The straps on the backpack are digging into your shoulders, and your legs are getting tired. You have a very long way to go before you may rest. You must keep walking. You must carry your backpack until the end. You shrug your shoulders and put your head down and continue on. The dog howls again, and this time you know that it's near. The hair on the back of your neck stand up in fear. You raise your head and you see that you have come to the crossroads. There is an old woman standing there, and in front of her is a coffin. The old woman is chanting and inscribing runes on the coffin lid. She does not look up from her work, but you realize that she knows you are there. Her hair is wild and black, streaked with gray. Her face shows the lines of one who has lived long and seen much. She wears a black robe with a hood pulled up. Beside her are 3 large black dogs, slightly watching you. The woman continues to chant, but you are unable to understand the words that she speaks. Curious, you move closer to her, but she doesn't look up. You become aware of the scent of you and cypress in the air. You move closer and closer until you are right beside the coffin. You put your pack on the ground and peer at the coffin and the runes that the woman is drawing upon it. You look up at the old woman. She stops her work and looks you straight in the eyes. Wisdom and knowledge of the ages are reflected in them. You want to look away, but you're held by her gaze. You feel as if she is judging you and your worth. You feel as if she can see into your very soul. Satisfied with what she has found, she nods and begins to draw another rune. She begins to chant again and then stops. Do you know what this is? She asks you, her voice strong but soft, as if she were speaking to a child. I am Hekate, and this is the burning coffin. You are carrying something you no longer need, a burden that is keeping you from fully experiencing life. I give you the opportunity to let go of it, to surrender it, if you can, and let it die. You may place it in the coffin, close the lid, and burn it. You may release your burdens in this way. The burning coffin is a very useful tool, she tells you with a chuckle in her voice. She continues to draw runes on the coffin lid. Do you have a weight? Something that is no longer useful? Something that you have been unable to let go? Anger, fear, regret, jealousy, grief, maybe sorrow? You have been carrying it for far too long. It is with you even now, in that heavy backpack beside you. Do you have something that you would like to surrender to the burning coffin? You pick up the backpack. It feels even heavier than before. You open it and peer inside, and you find that there are 3 heavy boulders. Each boulder has a word chiseled into it: anger, fear, and regret. Hekate opens the lid of the burning coffin and steps back. You pick up the boulder marked anger and look at it. What anger are you holding on to that you are ready to let go and drop into the burning coffin? When you are ready, drop the boulder into the coffin. You reach into the backpack and pick up the second boulder, marked fear. What fear is holding you back from being the person you wish to be? When you're ready, drop the boulder into the burning coffin. It lands beside the first boulder. You pick up the final boulder from the backpack. It's marked regret. What regret can you let go of tonight so that you may enjoy life in the present? When you're ready, drop the boulder into the burning coffin. As you drop each boulder in the coffin, it lands with a satisfying thunk. The moment the last boulder lands in the coffin, mist and frogs begin to form around it. They begin to swirl, and as they swirl, they begin to pulse with yellow light. Faster and faster, the mist revolves around the boulders, turning orange then red. Hekate steps forward and extends her arm over the coffin, and it bursts into flames. You step back, expecting the heat to singe your clothes, and Hekate laughs. The fire of transformation will not harm you, she explains. You watch fascinated as the coffin and rocks disintegrate, collapsing into a heap of gray ashes. It's so quiet. Hekate brings forth a knife, gently prodding something out of the ashes. She pushes it towards you. You pick it up. Look carefully at the gift she has given you. As you study it, you realize that it's just what you need to continue down the road. You pick up your backpack and put the gift inside. The backpack feels even lighter now. You thank Hekate for her gift and offer her a gift in return. If you wish to stay a moment and speak with her, please do. Hekate steps aside and gestures to the road. You put on your backpack and resume your journey. Behind you, the frogs again take up their singing. Ahead, you see the light of dawn. Your backpack is light and your heart is bursting with joy. start to wiggle your toes and your fingers and come back to the present. Slowly begin to move your body and bring awareness to your limbs.